I am standing in the sort of center of something that I can call nothing other than the middle of the Russian soul. I am surrounded by busts of Russian statesmen, military heroes, poets, and of course Russian emperors. I had recorded this earlier. I went around, read, and the video didn't take. I'm glad I checked it before I left. I came back and did it again. I don't recommend doing it in 90-degree weather or in heels, but you know what? Anything for the cause. There is Emperor Alexander III, father of Tsar Martyr Nicholas II and the peacemaker of Europe. No wars under his reign. And of course, a wonderful favorite of mine is the Tsar Liberator, Emperor Alexander II, friend of not only the Russian serf, but the American slave. He assisted his soulmate, his political soulmate and friend Abraham Lincoln in the American Civil War and helped to free the American slave. And that is history that is not taught in school, but I am slowly but surely changing it with one voice. And here we are. Another hero of mine is Emperor and Tsar of all the Russias, Alexander I the Blessed, the defeater of Napoleon, the savior of Europe, the heartthrob of Europe, and also a man who was greatly admired by several American statesmen and presidents, including John Quincy Adams and Thomas Jefferson. In fact, Jefferson has a bust of him in Monticello. And it stands opposite a bust of Napoleon. And Jefferson described it as sort of the polar opposites. Virtue, which was what the Emperor Alexander I represented, and Napoleon, which represented non-virtue. And here we are. We have a Katerina. Hello, my lady. She's beautiful. She was quite a lady, and also helped the Americans in their cause for liberty against the British during America's War for Independence. I agree with you, my lady. And lastly, we have the founder of St. Petersburg, my favorite city in the entire world, Emperor Peter the Great. He was a man of his time. And around here, I'm going to go very quickly because I think the length of my last video was too long for my phone. So we have, I'll just come around here and you'll recognize some of these great minds. He, of course, he was almost like a Cicero of the modern times. And over here, there's some wonderful quotes. Art is I can't read it. The sun's in. It's right in front of it. Here, you can read it. There you go. Okay, coming around here too, we've got Lermontov, and I'm actually acquainted with one of his descendants, a very fine lady who I'm honored to know. Yes, these were men for our time, not who we have today. True. Real heroes and not you. I think he's speaking to many of the leaders in the world today. I'm coming around. There's Pushkin over here. I want to hit the ones. This is beautiful of Pushkin. Alexander Pushkin. How often in the bitter parting, in my own fate to wander Moscow, I thought of you. Died in a duel. Very sad. And this is a beautiful quote by Pushkin. In times to come, I shall be cherished by the people for having awakened noble thoughts with my lyre. This is incredible because this bus park of Russian, all the greatness that Russia had to offer is in a bus park in New Jersey, and it's a true miracle. Actually, this day has been a miracle, and here we are here at Calvary. Sorry, I'm going quickly because the first one didn't take. There's a couple of people over here I want to show you. There's some great quotes on the side of these bus, but sadly I have to go quickly so I can get this in. We have Viti over here. He was the one of the prime ministers under Emperor Nicholas II, Viti. And of course, another hero of mine, Stolypin. He was prime minister under Tsar Martyr Emperor Nicholas II. He was murdered by a terrorist while sitting and enjoying an opera in Kiev. The emperor was in his box with his eldest daughters, and the terrorist approached Stolypin, shot him in the stomach. And Stolypin rose to his feet after being shot, removed his jacket, which revealed a vest that was soaked in blood. Then he removed his glove. He had a white glove on because he was at the opera, and he looked up to the emperor's box and honored the emperor, and basically saying that he would die with honor for his sovereign. He was a real hero. His loss was greatly felt in Russia. He would have Stolypin and Emperor Nicholas II would have led Russia well into the 20th century. Russia was just on a roller coaster ride up, wasn't stopping in terms of every success. I guess it made some people unhappy. Sometimes, sadly, success and happiness are not always embraced by people. So they murdered him, which is very, very sad. And we're coming around here. So I'm gonna wrap this up very quickly. I'm sorry for the rushed video, but I don't want to lose this one. But this is a gem, absolute gem. It's in Lakewood, New Jersey, and please come visit. I recommend not in 90-degree heat or in heels, but come visit. Just glorious. What a beautiful day. It really was. There is also a monument across the way on the reunification of the Orthodox Church. Sadly, I can't get to that. My phone will not allow, but I do have a picture of it, and I will put that up later. But really beautiful. Honoring Russia and New Jersey, of course. There's a lot to honor. Okay, thank you. Have a good one. Bye.